Welcome to Greenprint Training Graphical Tools Part 2, Freehand and Line Queries with and without buffers, and data in list or table form. Graphical querying tools illustrate how to locate an item of interest and how to access information from the available datasets through point, click, and draw actions. We've already reviewed the search bar, tip box, and point query, so we'll pick up with the intersecting freehand lined query. Click the toolbox icon in the upper right-hand corner and navigate to the Identify and Query tab. For this example, let's zoom into the Parma area. Use the bookmark to do so. Suppose you are a developer looking to build in this area. You need some quick information on land opportunities, amenities, and restrictions. Remember, graphical query tools require that the data sets or layers of interest be selected and activated. For this example, let's select probable vacant lots, conservation easements, open space by type, and census block demographics. Be sure to zoom in enough to activate the vacant lot layer. We'll select the freehand tool and trace a line through various items displayed in the viewer. Click, hold, drag, and draw. Notice the white instruction box which appears at the bottom of the viewer. You'll notice that your line disappears when you release, yet notice that New Results panel appears at the left of the viewer. The bottom of the Results panel displays the number of results identified and the number of pages of results. When needed, use the left or right arrow to scroll through the results. You can also use the vertical scroll bar to scroll through the linear list. Now, most of the time we will want to preserve and view the line we drew. We can do this in two ways using the buffering feature. Let's redo this freehand line query and preserve the display of the line. First, cancel the original results by closing the results panel and deactivate the tool by closing the white instruction box. Select the freehand tool and also select Enable Buffering. The Buffer Option panel appears. We will create a very small buffer around our line which the computer will display. Since it's so small, it simply displays as a thick line. Set the distance to 5 and the units to feet. Then click Continue and draw your line again. Notice that your line is now visible as a red line. Again, the query results appear in the results panel. Yet, as soon as you click on the viewer, click and draw, or deactivate the tool, your original line and results disappear or change. A way to make your search line more permanent is to draw it to the drawing layer. So again, first close the results panel and return to the buffer panel. If needed, activate the freehand tool. Keep the buffer the same, yet click right to drawing layer. Draw your query line again. Note this time it's visible in blue. Even when you deactivate the tool, it's still visible. This is because the line was actually saved on the Measurement and Markup tab. Navigate to this tab, which is where you would create a custom map. When you want to move on to a new query, remove the line you saved. Do so by selecting Edit, then Erase or Clear. And if you select Clear, and OK, you will erase everything that you have drawn. Now suppose you actually do want information in proximity to your query line, meaning you do want to establish a buffer zone around your line. Let's repeat the same example with a 500-foot buffer zone on each side of the line. First, delete the last set of results and return to the Identify and Query tab. Activate the freehand tool. You should be viewing the buffer option panel. This time, set the buffer to 500 feet. Be sure that Right to Drawing Later is selected. Draw your line. Notice that your line is now tube-shaped, representing a 1,000-foot wide swath, 500 feet on each side of where you actually drew your line. A new results panel appears, and note the number of records. There are over 100 records across 3 pages of results. You use the arrow keys to scroll through the pages or the scroll bar to view the results in a linear view. Scrolling through a long list may be cumbersome. Another way to view the results is in table view. Table view gives you two-dimensional viewing rather than the one-dimensional scrolling of list view. Find the context-sensitive icon, the upper right-hand corner of the results panel. It looks like 4 stacked lines. It's called context-sensitive because its menu changes based on context at hand. Select the Switch to Table. Note that the information panel on the left collapses and a table appears at the bottom of the viewer. The small handle at the top of the table allows you to raise or lower the height of the table. This table consists of several tabs. Each tab represents one of the data sets or sources or layers which we had selected that is made visible and is within our buffer query zone. Click through the tabs to see the data and how it's organized. Within each data source, there is a column for each attribute. Some data sets have only a few attributes, meaning no columns or only a few columns, while others have so many you'll need to use the horizontal scroll bar to move through all of them. Note the up and down arrow at the top of each column. This allows you to sort data in ascending or descending order. Viewing data from a table gives us a peek at just how many different pieces of information are compiled into each data set and associated with the items displayed visually on the viewer map. To hide the table view and switch back to the list view, use the context-sensitive button on the upper right-hand corner of the table. Click and select Switch to List View. The table will disappear and the list reappears. Anytime you want to switch back and forth between a list and a table, just use the context-sensitive button. Thank you for watching this Cuyahoga County Planning Commission Greenprint training video. For more information on the Greenprint or other tools and services, visit our website at www.countyplanning.us.